Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to follow Jack, Tu Tien, and little Anna as they decorate their home for Tet and finally enjoy a rare, peaceful night together, until Jack's phone vibrates with an unknown message he hasn't dared to open yet. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. The days leading up to the Lunar New Year arrive quietly, almost gently, after everything Jack and Tu Tien have been through. There is no sudden drama this time, no urgent phone calls or restless nights. Instead, there is a calm rhythm in the house, the kind that makes ordinary moments feel precious. One morning, Jack finishes breakfast and looks at Tu Tien and Anna across the table. Anna is now 24 months old, sitting proudly on her small chair, spoon in hand, trying very hard to eat by herself. Rice grains stick to her cheeks, and she laughs every time one falls back onto the table. Jack smiles and says, "What do you think? Should we go buy new clothes for Tet today?" Anna doesn't fully understand the words, but she catches the excitement in his voice. She claps her hands and says, "Go, go!" Tu Tien laughs softly. She heard "go." That's enough for her. Jack stands up and reaches for his jacket. Then it's decided, new clothes for Tet, all three of us. The drive into town feels different from before. The streets are busier, brighter. Red banners hang from light poles and shop windows are already decorated with gold letters and spring flowers. There's a sense of anticipation in the air, as if the entire town is holding its breath for something good. They park near a children's clothing store. The moment they step inside, Anna's eyes widen. The racks are filled with tiny dresses in red, pink, and yellow. Some have small embroidered flowers, others have layers of soft fabric that shimmer under the lights. Anna wriggles out of Tu Tien's arms and toddles toward the nearest rack. She reaches out, grabbing a small red dress and holding it up proudly. "This one?" she says with confidence. Jack crouches beside her. "You like that?" Anna nods, then immediately grabs another dress, this time pink, and presses it against her chest as well. Tu Tien laughs. I think she wants all of them. They spend a long time in the store. Anna insists on touching every dress within reach. She twirls when Tu Tien holds one up in front of her, watching the fabric move as if she's already imagining herself wearing it. Jack watches quietly, his heart unexpectedly full. Not long ago, he was afraid of losing everything. Now he's standing in a clothing store watching his daughter choose dresses for Tet. The contrast feels unreal. At one point, Tu Tien holds up a small yellow dress with tiny flower patterns. "This one would look nice on you." Anna studies it seriously, then smiles and says, "Pretty." Jack laughs. That's her final answer. They buy several outfits: a traditional-style red dress for the first day of Tet, a softer pastel one for visiting relatives, and a warm jacket in case the weather turns cold. The cashier smiles at Anna and says, "She's growing fast." Tu Tien nods. Too fast. After leaving the store, Anna is still buzzing with excitement, clutching a small bag with her name written on it. Jack lifts her onto his shoulders and she squeals, holding onto his head as they walk. Their next stop is a garden on the edge of town, where rows of peach blossom trees stretch out under the pale winter sky. The branches are still mostly bare, but buds are visible, promising soft pink flowers just in time for Tet. Tu Tien steps slowly between the rows, her hand brushing against the thin branches. "Every year I feel like Tet doesn't really start until we bring a peach tree home." Jack nods. This year feels more meaningful. They stop in front of a tree with a balanced shape, its branches spreading gently in all directions. The buds are healthy, evenly spaced. "This one," Tu Tien says quietly. Jack studies it, then agrees. It feels right. While the seller prepares the tree for transport, Anna squats nearby, fascinated by the soil and fallen leaves. She picks one up and tries to hand it to Jack. "Flower?" she says. Jack accepts it seriously. "Thank you." They also choose a few pots of yellow chrysanthemums, their bright colors standing out against the muted tones of winter. Tu Tien imagines them lining the entrance to their garden, bringing warmth and life to the space she's worked so hard to rebuild. With the peach tree secured and the flowers loaded carefully into the car, Jack drives them toward the market area again. This time they stop in front of a decoration shop. The entrance is crowded with lanterns, red envelopes, strings of blinking lights, and small ornaments shaped like coins and flowers. Anna's excitement reaches a new level. She points everywhere at once. That! Tu Tien holds her hand tightly. "Slow down or you'll disappear." Inside, the shop feels like a festival on its own. Jack picks up a string of small, warm lights and turns to Tu Tien. "These could go along the fence in the garden." Tu Tien imagines it instantly. Yes, at night it would look beautiful. She picks up a red lantern, running her fingers over the smooth surface. "We can hang this near the front door." Anna tugs on Jack's sleeve, pointing at a small, glowing ornament shaped like a star. "Light." Jack smiles and places it in the basket. "All right, this one is yours." They don't rush. For once, there is no reason to. They talk about where each decoration should go, how the house will look when everything is set up, and what they want Anna to remember about her first Tet she can truly experience. As they leave the shop, the sky has begun to soften into late afternoon. The car is fuller now, packed with clothes, flowers, decorations, and a small peach tree waiting to become the center of their Tet celebrations. On the drive home, Anna finally grows tired. She leans against Tu Tien, eyelids heavy, one hand still clutching the star-shaped light. Tu Tien wraps an arm around her gently. Jack watches them through the rearview mirror. The road ahead is quiet, lined with trees and houses preparing for the new year. He feels something settle inside him. Not excitement, not relief, but a steady sense of gratitude. When they arrive home, Jack carefully unloads the peach tree and flowers. Tu Tien carries Anna inside, laying her down for a nap. The house grows quiet, filled only with the soft sounds of afternoon. Jack stands in the garden for a moment, looking at the space they've rebuilt together. Soon it will be filled with lights, flowers, and laughter. Soon it will welcome a new year. And for the first time in a long while, Jack believes that this year they will truly step forward together. Anna wakes up from her nap like she has been charging her energy in secret. She sits up in bed, hair messy, cheeks still warm from sleep, and the first thing she does is search for the little star-shaped light she carried home. When she finds it beside her pillow, she hugs it like a treasure and toddles out of the room. Tu Tien follows behind her, tying her hair back with a simple band, moving a little slower than Anna but smiling the entire time. In the living room, Jack has already started turning the house into a Tet and pre-Tet workshop. Shopping bags are lined up neatly along the wall. The peach blossom tree is waiting outside in the yard, propped carefully so the branches won't break. The pots of chrysanthemums sit near the front steps like small suns. Jack looks up when he hears Anna's footsteps. There she is. Our supervisor is awake. Anna points at the bags. Mine. Jack chuckles. Yes, your light is yours. But you have to help us decorate if you want it to shine. Anna nods solemnly as if she has just accepted a very serious job. Tu Tien sits on the floor with her and opens the bag with the new outfits. Anna gasps when she sees the red dress again. She pats it with both hands and then holds it up to her chest like she's trying to check if it still fits. Jack watches, leaning against the doorframe. She's already planning her first day. Tu Tien smiles. She's been waiting for this moment since the store. They decide to start outside while the afternoon light is still good. Jack carries the box of string lights, and Tu Tien carries Anna because Anna insists she needs to see everything up close. Out in the yard, the air is cool and clear. The dream garden looks stronger now, protected by the new fence they built together. The soil beds are neat, the path stones are lined up, and even the banana trees seem calmer today, their leaves barely moving in the breeze. Jack sets the string lights along the fence posts, measuring the spacing carefully. He works like he does at a construction site, focused, honest, precise, but his expression is softer than it is at work. Tu Tien stands beside him, shifting Anna on her hip. You're treating the fence like it's a bridge project. Jack doesn't deny it. It matters. You'll see it every day. Tu Tien's voice turns quiet. That's why it matters. Anna reaches toward the lights. Light. Jack holds one small bulb near her hand so she can touch it gently. Not yet. Tonight. Anna whispers, tonight, like it's a secret promise. They move to the front steps and arrange the chrysanthemums. Tu Tien adjusts the pots until the flowers frame the entrance just right. Jack steps back and nods. Looks like a real Tet house, he says. It's becoming one again, Tu Tien replies. When the outside is mostly done, they bring the peach blossom tree into its spot near the porch. Jack anchors it carefully. Tu Tien brushes a bit of soil from the trunk and checks the buds again, as if she can encourage them to bloom faster just by looking. Anna circles the tree, fascinated by the branches. She points at a bud, flower. Tu Tien crouches beside her. Soon, when Tet comes. Jack lifts Anna gently and helps her place a small ornament on one of the lower branches, something soft and light so it won't weigh the tree down. Anna beams like she just built the entire house herself. By the time they move inside, the sky has turned a deeper shade of blue. Jack turns on the living room light, and the house instantly feels warmer, like it's inviting them to slow down. Tu Tien lays out the lanterns and decorations on the table, sorting them by size and color. Jack follows her system without arguing because he knows when Tu Tien has a plan, it's better to respect it. Anna climbs onto a chair and watches them, swinging her legs, occasionally offering help by pushing a decoration toward the edge of the table. Jack catches it before it falls. Thank you for testing the safety. Anna laughs. They hang a lantern near the front door. Tu Tien holds it steady while Jack ties the knot. Their hands brush, and for a second they both pause, not because it's dramatic, but because moments like that have changed meaning for them. Quiet touches are not automatic anymore. They are proof. Jack clears his throat lightly. Okay, next is the lights inside. They run a shorter string along the window frame, and when Jack finally plugs it in, the bulbs glow softly, reflecting in the glass. The room looks different instantly, more alive, more protected, like the darkness outside can't reach them as easily. Anna claps her hands. Pretty. Tu Tien smiles. Yes, very pretty. Jack lifts Anna into his arms and spins her once, gently. Our girl approves. Later they eat a simple dinner, nothing fancy, just something warm to fill their stomachs after a long day. Anna gets sleepy again, her excitement finally fading into yawns. Tu Tien carries her to bed and returns to the living room, where Jack is sitting on the floor checking the lights one more time like he's inspecting a finished project. Tu Tien sits beside him, pulling a blanket over both of them. For a while they don't talk, they just sit and watch the soft glow in the room, listening to the quiet of their home. Jack speaks first, voice low. Do you ever feel guilty when things are calm? Tu Tien turns her head slightly. Guilty. Jack nods. Like you're waiting for something to break it. Tu Tien exhales slowly. Yes, but I'm trying to learn something. Jack looks at her. What? That calm days don't need permission, she says. We don't have to earn them with suffering. Jack's eyes soften. I like that. Tu Tien leans her head against his shoulder. And I like seeing you breathe again. Jack lets out a quiet laugh, barely more than air. I didn't realize I stopped. Tu Tien's voice grows more serious but still gentle. Promise me something. Jack doesn't hesitate. Anything. When work calls, Tu Tien says, you will answer. When danger calls, you will answer. But when we are here like this, you will also stay. Jack thinks about it for a moment, then nods. I can do that. Tu Tien closes her eyes, letting that answer settle into her. Then Jack's phone vibrates. The sound is small, but in a quiet room it feels loud. Jack doesn't reach for it immediately. He just stares at the phone like it's a doorway back into the world they've been trying to hold at arm's length. Tu Tien doesn't move either. She doesn't ask. She just waits. Jack finally picks it up. The screen shows a message preview, but not the full text. It's from an unknown number. Jack's thumb hovers. His jaw tightens for half a second, then relaxes again, because he refuses to let fear control the room. Tu Tien opens her eyes and looks at him. Her voice stays calm. What is it? Jack takes a slow breath. It's just a message. I haven't opened it. Tu Tien reaches for his hand, squeezing once, steady and warm. Then don't open it yet. Jack looks at her, surprised by the quiet strength in her face. Tu Tien continues, almost whispering, Let us have 5 more minutes. Just 5. Jack nods. He places the phone face down on the floor. They sit together under the blanket, watching the lights glow on the window frame, listening to the soft, safe sounds of their home. Outside, the night keeps moving. Inside, they choose peace, just long enough to remember what it feels like. With Tet approaching, Jack takes Tu Tien and their 24-month-old Anna out for a cheerful day of preparation. They begin shopping for new holiday outfits, and Anna, now full of opinions, insists on choosing her own dresses, happily twirling in front of the mirror while her parents laugh and help. Next, Jack drives them to a peach blossom garden to pick a Tet peach tree, then buys pots of yellow chrysanthemums to brighten the garden at home. The trip continues at a decoration shop where they choose blinking string lights, lanterns, and small festive pieces to hang around the yard. Tu Tien's smile stays soft and steady, savoring how normal this feels after so many storms. By the time they head back, their bags are full. Anna is sleepy but proud of her pretty dresses, and Jack feels hopeful that this Tet can finally be peaceful.